not so good. An afternoon where we some lost opportunities, but still there's improvement. You can see it, and we'll continue to step towards that improvement. One of the things that we wanted to do was, considering that we were going to line up against an offensive team, a team that could really play well, is limit their possessions and limit the time that they had the ball. We did that, I want to say, you guys didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. You were supposed to wave them, though. No? Okay. Where was I at?
Possessions and time of possession.
Time possessions. So we probably had the ball 10 minutes longer than we had last week. And considering the ability that the opponent had to score, I think that was wise, and I think that's a nice view of something positive. Red zone, we were 1 for 1. And that was, we got down in there and threw a 3rd down or 4th down play and had a drop. And if we hit 2 4th downs, which is what you do, you say if you had, we'd be in a much different feeling about today's performance. So 3rd down, 6 for 14. I think we were really good early, but not good late. And again, over 2 and 4th downs. Our football team, I talked to them, and coming off the field, and there's no hangdog. They want to do what we set out to do, and it's going to be, they're gonna get there. They're gonna, take the strides that they need to have the success that they're gonna want to have. So, I thought that Stephon Robinson's 2 touchdowns and the way he played the entire day was just spectacular. Carter Stanley, 18 for 28, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. I like that. I like his performance. I like who he is as a leader. I think there's a great potential there to, finish this season strong. So, not exactly what we want, but some improvement and a team that wants to be a damn good team. They want to improve. So I enjoy that. I enjoy that characteristic. Questions?
Please raise your hand. We'll bring you a mic.
Yeah, Les, you guys are 0 of 7 now on the season on 4th down. Is there any common thread that you can identify to approach to change that?
I can think of a couple drops, but I don't. I think I think that this is a team that will learn how to catch 4th downs. It's more of it's 4th down, and it's a little bit more pressure situation, but I think our guys will handle that. I think they will.
Hey, you mentioned that there were a lot of things you kind of liked offensively, but ultimately, 20 points. Probably not enough in the Big 12, I'm guessing. What's the next step you guys need to take offensively?
Well, we were pretty balanced in our throwing attack, and the ability to throw it down the field. We hit 3 passes, but there was some throws back there that that needed to come caught. So, I think what we're at is run the football with Puka and the Dom and Belton, and throw the football to some talented receivers and a quarterback that can do it. So if we had a cleaner start, it could have been a completely different day.
Yeah, speaking of that, I mean, how big of a momentum swing was that fourth down drop by Szynski, and then Mike Lee has a potential pick six, but
Yeah.
he's playing with a cast on his
Broken
hand.
Yeah. Well, you can't. Szynski's going to surely learn how to do that. That's not going to be an issue. And Mike Lee's cast. That's those are the Jayhawks that are playing. But you'll end up finding out that those guys will get a lot better and improve.
Was that a big moment in the game, though? I think it's tied at 7 when you have that.
Well, that tied at 7 with an opportunity to hit, a first down, and if you go down there and put a little bit more pressure on your opponents, certainly that's an advantage for you. But that's a good football team. I'm not going to take anything away from the Sooners. They threw the ball extremely well. Got completions in big chunks.
Kenesha?
Coach, how remarkable was the penetration that your defense got in the second quarter, and have you ever seen 3rd and goal from midfield?
No, that I have to be honest with you. I even thought about that at the time. I never quite got that 3rd and goal. Yeah, so you try to pick up that one. You better throw something in a flat and get a lot of blockers out there in front of you.
If you have a question, please raise your hand.
Coach, you gave them more trouble at the line of scrimmage with your defensive front, your ability to disguise your blitzes. Nobody has been in Jalen Hurts' face like that I've seen on tape this entire year. Can you talk about the job your coaches and your players did?
We do a pretty thorough job on the defensive side of really understanding how the protection comes to play. And they'll come up with a stunt, a blitz, pieces that will enable pressure, and they did that today. They got after Jalen, and then he got his legs going and made us pay for it. So.
You guys had a nice moment there at the end.
Yeah, he came over and said hi. And he said they wanted to. Of course, he was a quarterback at Alabama when we played them. So, yeah, he's a good competitor, quality person, great family kind of guy.
On Oklahoma's punt at the end of the first half that ended up at the KU2, you guys didn't have anybody back for that. Was that the plan? And I guess what was the thinking behind that?
Not wanting to mishandle the ball was the key piece to it. Okay, and leave it there and then bring it out. What might well have been the call of the day as opposed to a lateral run. So there's some things that we have to fix.
Yeah. And then I'm just wondering if you can offer any kind of comment on Khalil Herbert on Thursday said that he intended to stay here as a redshirt senior, but he had unforeseen consequences with his decision. Do you have a response to that?
I really don't. We're going to concern ourselves with this team and making this team better, and talk about the guys that are going to sit down in this room on Monday and work hard to be a better football team. So I think Khalil's a good man. I think that's evident with the people that enjoy him. So.
Any other questions? Last one right here at Benton.
Yeah. After that punt there at the end of the second quarter, you guys go 3 and out. They're calling timeouts. They get the ball right back. I think there was a penalty on the punt return. So I mean, just how. can it-
Penalties didn't help us in any way today, and we talked about that before I came up here. And that's not us. That's not the culture that we want to identify as us. And you can't be selfish, and they'll continue to get that. I didn't like that at all. If there's one thing I didn't like, that was too many penalties, and penalties that were, not necessary.
Was that just a pretty disastrous sequence there at the end of the second quarter with the punt, and then, they one play and it's 21-7 real quick?
It certainly didn't need to happen.
All right, thank you, Coach.